Hi everybody, my name's Allie. So today I'm going to show you some stretches. I'm kind of specifically tailoring this little series towards construction workers and I guess like carpenters and my husband's a carpenter, so he's like the person I'm thinking of when I'm showing you these. So we're gonna open the chest and the shoulders, and you need some sort of strap like this. So this is a yoga strap. You could use a tie-down strap and a dog leash, a rope. You want it to be probably like as long as your arms are across, close to that. A little bit shorter would work. Like this one's a little bit too long, you could fold it in half if it's too long. So what I want you to do is just kind of have a little bend in your knees, so you never want to lock your knees out, and pull on the strap kind of tight so there's a little bit of tension. And as you inhale, take the strap up and overhead. And you're going to keep going so it starts to go behind you. And this is where most of us are really tight. So your work is to work on keeping the shoulders down and on the back of your heart. I'm pulling on the strap. Once I go back there, I actually need it a little bit longer. So if you get back here and you find that you're like struggling to do like one arm and then the other, just take your hands wider. I want you to keep your arms pretty straight without locking out the elbows. So there's some tension on the strap. You slowly start to bring the strap behind you. You are going to go all the way down towards your hips. So just be really slow right here. This is where most of us will feel it. And so you can take a breath or two right here. I'm working hard to keep the shoulders down the back and keep your ribs in the body. So a lot of times you kind of push your hips out and your ribs out. And when you bring your shoulders on the back, the ribs like to go. So keep the ribs in. Pull on the strap and squeeze the shoulder blades together on the back of the heart. So a lot of construction workers slowly keep going and eventually you get down towards your hips. If you feel like you need to go longer on the strap, just take it longer. And then you'll inhale slowly, bringing it back up and all the way over. Exhale down in front. So do that a few times. You'll notice that maybe after one or two rounds, you can get your hands a little bit closer. Lots of construction bodies and most bodies in just the world today are really tight in the chest, so you kind of round forward, and also tight in the upper back. So you're tight, like contracted in the front and tight but long in the back. So we need to build the strength in the upper back, so we try to bring it back into balance. And we need to stretch the chest and the front body. So maybe do one or two more. Try not to lock the knees. I tend to do that. And you do have a little bit of tension, which also builds strength in the upper back and arms and shoulders. Try not to push your head forward. Hold the ears back so they're over the shoulders. And if you have shoulder injuries, this can be really therapeutic in the long run. If it's like a fresh injury, you do want to be really careful and work really hard to stay integrated. So your arm bone is integrated into the shoulder socket. It's not hanging out as you go up and around. So go ahead and shake that out. And then you'll take the strap, fold it in half. You don't need it quite as long. And reach your arms up and over. So you're going to pull on the strap so your hands are about a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. Bend the elbows and pull on the strap as you bend your elbows to about 90 degrees. Squeeze the shoulders so that whole arm bone into the shoulder socket. So this is building that back strength. And then inhale, stretch up. And so I do want to see your arms like working really hard. This can be totally strengthening, like my arms are shaking. Again, try not to lock the knees, so a little bend in the knees, and you try to keep the ribs in the body. and the shoulders on the back plane of the body, so the back of the heart. And then the chin likes to pull out, so you do your best to pull it. I call it like, give yourself a double chin. You pull your ears back. Take the strap up. We'll do a side bend. Take your hips to the right and pull to the right or left, whichever way. We'll just go both ways. So I'm kind of pulling this bottom hand to get this big side bend. Again, little bend in the knees. Inhale back to center. Hips left. Pull left. Big breath into the top side, the right side. You still want to hug the shoulders onto the back of the heart. A lot of times the shoulder likes to kind of pop out, so keep it integrated and strong as you stretch. So first you make your muscles strong, then you stretch them. And back to center. Inhale, you shake it out. We got one more. So you'll take the strap behind you. You want to kind of hold tight on your index finger and thumb. And so I'm about shoulder width apart. Some of you can come closer. Even if you can touch your hands, use the strap for this. It's just a good tool. So you pull wide, arms strong. Roll your biceps forward, which will kind of get those shoulders onto the back plane of the body, the back of the heart. So you're pulling with the strap, rolling the shoulders on the back. Keep the ribs in the body, little bend in the knees, pull the ears back. And then if you need more, you start to lift the knuckles away from the hips. So you just try to stay really strong and stable in the body, and you're just working the shoulders and the chest. Watch out for locking the elbows. So bend the elbows a little, which will actually help you open the chest even more. And you can stay right here, or if you want to fold forward, bend the knees. You're moving from your pelvis. You're not rounding your back. So bend the knees. Think about tailbone scraping up the wall behind you, and your knuckles will reach up and over. Just let your head dangle. So here, I kind of like to go up and down. Again, I'm an elbow locker, so just try to bend the elbows, roll the shoulders on the back, pull on the strap, reach up and over. When you're ready to come up, keep pulling the strap and let that help you. Nice strong legs, lift your chest, come up with a nice strong back. And then let it go. You can let your strap go. And maybe shake it out a little bit. And hopefully you feel a little bit like more open and stretched out. And this is a really good kind of stretch to do every day. So this is like a good homework one. So I hope you enjoy. And I'm going to come up with a couple other, I'm trying to think of like things you can do while you're on site using what you have around you. So if you guys have any suggestions or things you want to work, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.